Hello fellow Scratchers, welcome to another blazing hot Game Jam extravaganza. This time around the theme was Magma, and wow did you all bring the heat. From molten mountains to bubbling simulators, shooters, platformers and animations, every entry radiated creativity. So grab a cool drink, you'll need it, and settle in for a tour of the coolest, craziest and cleverest creations you made for the Magma Game Jam. So first up, arcade games. Quick-fire, high-score chasers where you dodge, bounce and blast your way through molten mayhem. I can't show every entry here, so let's start with a few honourable mentions. Hot Ice by Blaharoni. Collect crystal shards while dodging magma balls in a slick high-score timer. Magma Up by the Golden Toast, where you collect coins, switch characters and leap over missing tiles. Magma by Cram4151. Grab your upgradable sword and take down waves of magma foes. Volcanic by Max Corvus, a beautifully presented adventure where you collect coins, avoid geysers and even tackle boss fight. Then Special Delavery by Smile Hedgehog and Bluey Bat Games. Deliver the mail during a volcanic eruption. And Run from the Flames by Kraken Codes and Blue Stickman Mapef. A fiery dash for survival with tense pacing and sharp visuals. But now, in no particular order, our shortlisted games Cross the Magma River by Pucky111. A simple but tricky task to use boxes to build bridges across a lava river and reach the exit within the time limit. The lapping magma along the banks looks really great. Kingdom Blackrock by FR Wolf UB. This ambitious Undertale-style RPG casts you as a heroic adventurer saving the land from evil magma invaders. This is a huge game, packed with dialogue, puzzles, and so many battles, you just won't believe it. Jerry in Trouble by Greggy96. Glide your ice cube down an active volcano before you melt. But watch out for those rocks, they smack a mighty penalty. I adore the textured volcanic backdrop, and the fun sliding physics. Ember Wake by Big Bouncy Cake. In this clever boss battle, you wield a tennis bat to bounce boulders back at the volcano, but you only get a split second to see and memorise whether each projectile is safe or deadly hot. The concept is genius and the execution oozes style. Magma Carter by Catweasel1972. Imagine Pong in the underworld. You bat a blazing ball across a hellish court, complete with fun characters, voiceovers, crazy speed-ups and hazards. It's chaotic, polished and wonderfully coded. And after cooling off from these red-hot finalists, we have to pick our winner. And today's arcade champion is Big Bouncy Cake with Ember Wake, scoring big on theme, originality and replayability, allowing them to punch past the honestly superb competition by a hair. Well done, Big Bouncy Cake. Now let's jump into platformers. These entries had us running, jumping and climbing for our lives as lava rose around us. Before we dive into the finalists though, here are a few platformers that deserved a special mention. Scratchy Saga Episode 1 The Volcanoes by Chickenhead Lava Lamp, an epic adventure where you collect green stone to build a portal home. Lixon Version 1 by Max Master Coder, a wonderfully polished platformer with a dash mechanic that, when mastered, is incredibly satisfying. Magma to Stone by Weird Elliot, a story-driven mystery platformer. And Your Lava Demise by Owlgirl 2016, a vertical jumping challenge with slippery controls, short, sweet and fun once you get the hang of it. And then Volcano Journey by Gabtor12, where we guide a lemming through an erupting volcano in this charming and surprisingly difficult side-scroller. And I really appreciate the Second Coming's blob physics in Magma platform. Yes, I wish I could show you more, but now for the shortlisted entries. And the score was so tight, we have 6 platformers that bubbled to the top. Lava Madness by Scratch Kid 2014. The game is set inside a lava lamp. I love that idea. However, this ultra-hard platformer has you freeing mascots while jumping from platform to platform. It's bonkers, beautiful, and brutally challenging. Magma Castle by Thunderrod047, a crisp, coin-collecting platformer with gorgeous magma effects, sloshing lava pools, and a fun little storyline. Presentation is top-notch. Next up, the Volcano Game by Seriously Scratchy 1. This adventure takes you across an epic volcanic world filled with caves, rope bridges, atmospheric set pieces. The scale is impressive, and although performing precise movements could be challenging, it's a joy to explore. Magma Jump by Dashosaur. Collect the magma crystal and beat the rising lava back up to the escape ladder. This scrolling tile-based platformer is a real adrenaline rush. Smooth controls and clever level design make it a standout project. Magma Run by Binky Beaver. Another fast-paced escape from rising lava. Classic platforming mechanics are spiced up with falling lava and a clever level design. You'll feel the heat nipping at your heels the whole way. And finally, Magma Bound by CSL Finley. Swap between a robot and magma forms, each with different abilities. The robot can't stand on glass, the magma can't stand on metal grates. The fans blow magma upwards, but not the robot. Puzzling out the right form for each section is deliciously satisfying. I just wish there could be more levels. And so I need to choose a winner of these awesome platformers. And this was so hard. But the winner is Dashisaur with Magma Jump. Again, brilliantly on theme, and super well executed with an electrifying ascent, tight controls, and fantastic level design. Next up we have Best Casual Game. It's time to chill out just a little with the casual entries. Thoughtful sims, experiments, and laid-back experiences that let you play with the magma rather than run from it. And first, some honourable mentions. Draw Your Own Lava by September Bell. Paint a volcano and then watch it come to life. How to Train Your Dragon, Gronkle Forge by Minecrafter 1000. Just look at those awesome graphics. Don't Get Erupted by Advanced Coding SFC, a clever little puzzle on a lava grid. Magma by Wobox My Singing, power up the magma to blow a volcano. But now on to the shortlisted entries in random order. Our 4 casual finalists are Magmanic by Mikey 200,011, where we dig tunnels to guide lava to an exit pipe. The characters are adorable and the concept is bold. There's even a surprising amount of strategy in carving the perfect path. Magma Protector by TC Games TC. We have to mine diamonds to upgrade our defences and protect a city from an impeding eruption. The eruptions look fantastic, and shopping for upgrades adds a nice loop that kept me hooked. Swim by H. Christopher G. A mesmerising physics simulation where you swim through a lava-themed fluid. Between the lighting, particle effects, and the sound design, it's oddly relaxing. And finally, Magmyland by Yapio. Combine magma and rain to build your own island paradise. Watching magma cool into rock, sand, and earth, and then palm trees spring to life, it's so satisfying. It feels like a little ecosystem experiment. I'm just waiting for some cute little animals to show up. So these are our 4 shortlisted entries, and the crown goes to Mikey 200,011 with Magmanic. This was such a good attempt at a really hard game genre. But as tradition dictates, after awarding a returning champion, we can also recognise a rising challenger. So congratulations also to Magmyland by Yapio for bravely stepping into a world of simulations, letting us forge our own islands, and also making it look great to boot. I do hope you keep working on this project, but we must now move on to the best shooter games. So grab your blasters, it's time for the shooter category. These games had us zapping, blasting, and dodging projectiles in molten areas. First up, a few shoutouts. Lava by Doggy911 Scratch, protect poor Bob from an inverted volcano. Mother Adventure 2 by the 7-year-old kid, a mysterious and tricky shooter. And Magma Blast by Valtryek77, a straightforward shooter where you clear the screen of magma blobs. But here are our shortlisted entries. Waterworks by DJ Cato29. This pseudo 3D Raycaster shooter has you fighting back against magma using water. This is one of the standout Raycasters where I've seen projectiles working really well, and it feels like Doom in a volcano. Into the Deep End by GB Squid 2015. Destroy all the magma before it reaches the surface, but watch out to freeze the magma balls first to avoid them melting. This 2-mode challenge is deceptively difficult, but hugely satisfying once you master the rhythm. Then, Magma Blast by the Black Tiger 7. With a great backstory, you are the last defense against the oncoming water spirits. With great graphics and fantastic particle effects from your upgradable magma cannon, this is one fun game to play. Finally, Lemagmoids by Maximus 13, a magma-themed twist on the classic Lemonoids. Shoot down waves of enemies, grab power-ups, and watch out for the giant lemon! It's hilariously overpowered. Well, another hard choice, but out of the 4, The Black Tiger 7 takes the title of returning champion with Magma Blast for those awesome effects, and the polish was just too good. But since the Black Tiger has won once before, we have space for a rising challenger. And that title is going to go to GB Squid 2015 with Into the Deep End, scoring high on originality with clever 2-mode shooting that keeps you on your toes. Okay, just 2 more genres to go. Best Animation. Let's give a nod to a few that caught my eye. Exploring Volcanoes by Joshua Hugh, a tragic end to griffpatch. Magma by GI Guy 2048, so wibbly. Lava Sim by Meeb Globe YO, nice and red. And Code vs. Magma by Ripperzak, an animation stuffed with lore. But now, in no particular order, are shortlisted entries. Volcano Surprise by Juju JJ, a very unlucky lady meets her fiery fate. The subject matter is questionable for Scratch, but the fire animation is certainly top-notch. What are the best things to grill in Magma? Well, watch this podcast by MarkCC 2015 and you'll surely find out. Their scripts are brilliantly delivered and had me chuckling the whole time. This next one's simply called Game Jam by Koala Man 900. Scratchcat runs from a wall of lava. I'd love to see some screen shake or rumble next time to really sell the heat. And finally, Burnt Pizza by Aurora. Have you ever turned your microwave up to the magma setting? This skit builds up beautifully and then delivers a brilliant punchline when someone bites into the pizza. The voice acting and timing are spot on, and I laughed out loud at the end. And so, with no previous champions in this category this time, the Best Animation Award is going to go to Aurora for Burnt Pizza, a perfectly delivered joke with great acting and pacing. Keep up the great work. Which brings us to the last game genre, the Best Dodge Game. These games are all about staying alive as danger rains down. These are pure tests of reflex and survival. A few games worth mentioning before the finalists are The Floor is Lava by King Crystal Coding, great presentation even if it's impossible to win. Magma Avoid by Hyper Skullfire 77777, a flappy dodge 'em up. Magma Maze by Callum YT, a maze plus magma, simple. Red Hot by Professor Fun 25, charming sprites and lots of potential. And Magma Challenge by Vitisms 123, a 2-stage dodgeathon that gets mega intense. And now the shortlisted entries. Magma Surfer by BDP Smith. Surf across a lava lake while boulders are raining down. The graphics are colourful, the music is energetic. I like what I'm seeing. Cave of Eruption by Brandon 22365. Watch out for those heavy lava falls in this great game of dodge. The sound and shaking animations really sell the chaos. Go Scratchy Go by Coding for Sonic. A super simple idea that at first seems impossible to beat, and yet it's strangely addictive. I challenge you to see how long you can hold out. And last but not least, Magma Boss by Scary Ghost 14. Fight a hilariously talkative magma boss in level after escalating level of this battle to the death. Man, this one really heats up fast. And so we must pick a winner. And the award for Best Dodging Game goes to... Yes, it's Scary Ghost 14 with Magma Boss, a wonderfully paced boss fight with great dialogue and escalating difficulty that will keep you coming back for more. Great job! And that brings us to the end of this month's Game Jam. Congratulations to all the winners and finalists, honourable mentions, and indeed to everyone who submitted an entry. They were all such a joy to play, battle, and explore. So whether you're a returning champion, a rising challenger, or a brand new Game Jam entrant, it's your creativity that makes this community shine. So I hope you enjoyed this tour through the Magma Game Jam, and I cannot wait to see what you'll cook up for the next Game Jam theme in the griffpatch Academy. If you're not yet a member, then do check us out in the link under the video. And that's it from me today, so stay creative, have a great week ahead, and scratch on, guys.